And today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Steelers and the football team, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get... Past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Heineke slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Deontay Johnson deep for the Steelers. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as it used to be, huh?
No pain, no gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pickett. That one caught by Ross Dwelly. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Off the bootleg. Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Shedding through the defense. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw on second down. Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, step it back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Throwing on first down. Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Looking to throw. Pickett, quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. From the gun, Pickett. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go now on first and goal. Back to throw. Pickett. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, second and goal. Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, Pickett. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me partner.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice hit, boys. 4 yards on the big play. 2nd and 6.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it, baby.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll try to throw now. Heineke. Looking sideline, incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, this is Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Steelers.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Pickett. He finds his man Johnson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Let's go, let's go.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Back to throw. Pickett. It's complete to Robinson. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 8-yard line.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. A gain of 6 there on first. Second and 4. Looking to throw. Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
To throw on third down. Pickett. That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
On 2nd and 9, Heineke.
And that's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Heineke.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
T.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
They hand this off to Harris.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Pickett.
He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Pickett. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Chase Young gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
The Washington offense back out there. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. On 3rd down, Heineke.
Thomas has got it, complete. And he goes out right around the 39. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Press play in one formation for Washington.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead. Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
A handoff for Gibson.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Washington on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing. Heineke. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Tressway now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, nice move. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Pickett. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And he's got this down to the 35.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off play action. Pickett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Pickett.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Heineke now in the Washington offense. Down 6-0. A minute 55 remaining. Now the missed field goal gives them new life as they come up in a one-score game on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
That's how we do it.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better, had time to survey the field, and still couldn't find an open receiver.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
Yeah, baby.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now here's another carry for Harris. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Let's go, boys.
His longest run of the game right there, and a pretty good time for it. A huge third down conversion late.
Love the mindset. Love the way he flipped the switch late in the game, needed a big run, and helped produce it with great leverage from the offensive line. But you also know what happens, too. The defense stacks the line. So if you can break through that first barrier, there's usually plenty of room to run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was, well, you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say. It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.